Hello. Welcome back to episode 9 of the Short Story Starter. I was joined this afternoon by Chunky. He was very enthusiastically scratching away at the door of this room, so I decided to let him in. He's taken up his position on the desk. He doesn't seem to be moving. He seems pretty... as I say that, he's moving around. He does seem pretty comfortable here. Hopefully he doesn't knock anything off or cause too much of a distraction. He's distracting me, but that's okay. You okay, Chunks? You're a good boy. Okay, so in this video, I will share the story writing prompt that I set for you last week. And there we go, it's not something over already. I will share the story writing prompt that I set for you guys last week. I'm going to share a story submission that I received, just the one this week, which is fine. Another quiet week, it happens. The interesting thing about this story writing prompt is it was submitted to me anonymously. A notebook was left on my desk at school. No name, no sign of whose it was. I've got it here. I'm not sure how I'm going to give it back to the person. I might just leave it on my desk with a note saying thank you and see if it mysteriously disappears again. Obviously, I'm not in my classroom 24/7. Someone could have put it there. I came back after my lunch break and found it on my desk. I'll do the same tomorrow and see if it goes. I'll update you next week or maybe in the comments if it does disappear. The mystery of the black notebook. Okay. With all that preamble aside, I'll share with you a quick reminder of the story writing prompt from last week. The task that I set, the story prompt that I set last week, was called Sunday Morning at the Market. I used to love going to markets when I lived in the UK. I still love going to markets out here in beautiful sunny Thailand. I think they are a fantastic place to go and pick up produce, to go and get your food, to go and get knickknacks and other things and what have you. I was hoping it would sort of inspire some creative writing opportunities with the sort of smells, the sights, the sounds, the things going on at the market. And I was hoping that would, give you an opportunity to do some expressive writing. Having said that, let's jump into... how do we call this? Anonymouses? Yeah, I guess anonymouses. Story writing prompt. There's slightly I'll pause there, wasn't there? Okay. Right. Anonymouses story starts like this. The bustling crowd ushered me along, despite my best efforts to stand still. I didn't particularly want to move along the road, but I was left with little choice as the swathes of busy shoppers gradually forced me away from the stands. Reluctantly, I gave in and allowed myself to be swept along in the current. My feet were moving twice as fast as my eyes, as they were continuously adjusting to ensure I was not lost to the sea of people. Having said that, my eyes were busy themselves. They scanned the market, taking in everything on offer to them. Stalls lined the streets on either side, selling all manner of goods. Local fruits, plucked from the fields of Herefordshire, entirely reputable designer shoes from all over the well-known brands, and even handcrafted wooden ornaments from the local primary school. However, my attention, as always, was drawn to the spices. My favourite stand was at the far end of the market. The smells that travelled across the air from that particular stand almost seemed to grab me by the nose and drag me over. The combination of freshly cracked black pepper, robust and earthy cumin, sweet cinnamon, and of course, the delicate yet flavorful coriander was almost too much to withstand. I made my way past the fresh fruit sellers, waded through the tables of fidget toys and bootleg DVDs, maneuvered around the antique furniture, and approached my favourite stand with an eager smile plastered across my face. I reached into my backpack, retrieved my reusable containers, and got started. Oh, how I loved Sunday mornings at the market. Wow, I think you can agree, quite the expressive writer we have here on our hands with Anonymous. I am getting the impression that they were maybe based in the UK. Perhaps a colleague of mine has given me this, as they mention Herefordshire, and they also mention things like bootleg DVDs, which are a common thing in UK markets. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for submitting this in. I will put my notebook back on my desk and see if it goes a-wandering. Okay, it is time for your new short story writing prompt. This week, I was thinking and talking to some people about different short story ideas. And one thing that kept coming up was how much people enjoy writing about the future. Because the future is obviously unwritten and you can completely shape the future how you would like. Having said that, I am setting you the story writing prompt or title of The Year is 2747 and that's it. Almost like a short sentence starter. Your short story should start with the words, the year is 2747 and then you go from there. You decide how to finish that sentence and then how the rest of your short story goes. Are you going to talk about transportation? Do we finally have flying cars? Because people 100 years ago thought that we would have flying cars by 2023, and we don't. And it's a crying shame. We have automatic cars in some way, I guess, but not flying cars zooming all over the place. We haven't got massive tall skyscrapers all over the world full of futuristic gadgets. But we've certainly got some pretty cool things at the moment, but the future could be that much cooler. I would like you guys to decide what's going to happen in the future, precisely what's going to happen in the year 2747. Okay? So, there's your short story writing prompt. The year is 2747 and then tell me all about it. What's the food like? What's the weather like? Have we completely destroyed the planet? Maybe we have. Climate change is out of control at the moment. Okay, so maybe we've completely changed the planet into a burning pile of ash. Maybe you don't even live on the planet anymore. Maybe thinking about last 2 weeks ago with my 15th day on the moon, maybe the year is 2747 and you live on the moon. Okay, maybe you live in space. Maybe you live underground. Tell me all about what's happening 700 years in the future. The year is 2747 and go for it. Happy writing. See you all very soon.